Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Blitzwinger and welcome to another episode of WWE Universe, another exciting edition in the entry of WWE Universe mode right here on the Blitzwinger YouTube channel. Thanks a lot for all the support that you guys have shown over the past few weeks. We will be kicking off the night in a very exciting manner as we will see some highly anticipated action between the two great in-ring talents of Chris Jericho and Dolph Ziggler. We will see the brand new Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler, who of course has got himself a W last week against Ryback in a TLC contest, take on the one and only Chris Jericho, the only entrant so far into the Money in the Bank match. There will be a special announcement at the end of this Universe mode made regarding the Money in the Bank contest, in which you will have a big say. So make sure to stay tuned all the way till the end of the night. We have a couple of qualifying contests tonight as well. We are 2 weeks out from Money in the Bank, ladies and gentlemen. I am very much looking forward to that pay-per-view. It should be absolutely tremendous. But another thing that I am very much looking forward to is this match between the Ayatollah of Rock and Roll, my goodness, and Ziggler. Ziggler overestimating his strength there and taking down, what the hell, there's the monster Ryback, the former Intercontinental Champion, making his presence known, Ryback delivering the shell shock right here to Chris Jericho. My God, look at that, just absolutely ferocious, and the big boot to Ziggler getting the holy heck knocked out of him. Ziggler having a bad few weeks here. First getting assaulted by Mark Henry last week. Now getting assaulted by the one and only Ryback. And the referee is ringing the bell. This is a no contest. My goodness. I think Ryback has made his presence known, and I think we know what he wants. He wants another shot at that Intercontinental Championship. I don't know if he will be granted that shot. That will all be up to Blitzwinger, of course, the general manager. So it'll be definitely intriguing to see how that turns out. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got some exciting triple threat contest right here for you as Cody Rhodes, Christian, and R-Truth went to war. Cody Rhodes scoring the pin over R-Truth. Christian, though, was the reason why he was able to score that pin. Christian, of course, hitting that unprettier on R-Truth. Then after which Cody Rhodes able to toss Christian out of the ring and get himself the 1, the 2, and the 3 to get himself a position in the Money in the Bank match. Cody Rhodes has wanted to compete for a world title, and being in the Money in the Bank match in 2 weeks on Sunday at the pay-per-view will definitely allow him to position himself as the #1 contender, because he could cash in at any time. So now he's got his ticket. Now will he be able to actually cash in that ticket and get that Money in the Bank? We will have to see. We've got some more exciting triple threat contests here as Kelly scores a very exciting pin over our current women's champion Alicia Fox, to the surprise of many, including myself. Kelly in a very impressive fashion able to defeat Alicia Fox and Nikki Bella in what was a highly competitive Divas contest. Very exciting matchup there indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, in our co-main event of the evening, John Cena, of course, getting screwed out of the opportunity to compete for the Money in the Bank spot last week, has demanded another shot, and he got it as he faces off against The Miz, and I guess he knows what he wants as he is able to overcome the Awesome One, The Miz. John Cena earns himself a spot in the Bunny in the Bank, really? Like a rabbit in the bank? No. In the Money in the Bank contest, it will be John Cena, Chris Jericho, Cody Rhodes. This match is looking very exciting. All three of those names could possibly win the Money in the Bank, but do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, there is a special announcement regarding 2 of the spots in the Money in the Bank match that will be decided by you at the end of this show. So ladies and gentlemen, next up, of course, we have the Pick Your Poison match. CM Punk has made his voice known, but before that, let's discuss what Mark Henry said when he came out here earlier on. Of course, Mark Henry assaulting Dolph Ziggler last week, assaulting Randy Orton on SmackDown, assaulting Big Show after Big Show is able to defeat Randy Orton. Mark Henry came out and he said that he's done with this hugging and laughing and that the Hall of Pain is back. He wants to hurt people. That's what he's here for. It was a very, very simple statement from Mark Henry, and he said that he could not believe that a joke like Dolph Ziggler was being given the main event slot on Monday Night Raw. He could not believe it, so he wanted to make a statement. He came out there and he said that he wanted to get all the eyeballs that were enjoying that highly competitive contest between Dolph Ziggler and, of course, Ryback. A very, very cool match. Make sure to go back and check it out. Speaking of great matches, the SmackDown main event on that same episode, on last episode, which was episode number 17, so make sure to check it out. What a match on SmackDown. I mean, Big Show and Orton, very, very exciting matchup, so make sure to check that out. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have just heard the announcement. CM Punk has chosen The Rock's poison, and it will be Daniel Bryan. My goodness, The Rock went berserk when he heard it. We saw some footage backstage. I mean, The Rock started destroying his locker room. The Rock cannot believe that he needs to face off against the American Dragon once again. He was very close to losing to Daniel Bryan a few weeks back. Daniel Bryan unfortunately never got to lock in that highly patented submission in a successful manner on the People's Champion, or the former People's Champion, as he now likes to be referred to, the Hollywood Champion. He never got to lock in that LeBell lock or that yes lock, but I believe if he can do this tonight, that could possibly catapult Bryan back to #1 contender status against CM Punk come Money in the Bank. Of course, Blitzwinger has yet to confirm to us that it will be Rock versus Punk for sure. So who knows what will happen there. Oh God, look at that. What the heck? The Rock, the Rock, of course, with his fake Brahma Bowl championship, but now Punk making his presence known. Punk returning the favor from last week. Of course, Rock assaulting CM Punk, and now Punk returning the favor. And look at this quick cover from Daniel Bryan right away. Unable to even get a one out of the Brahma Bowl. See, of course, The Rock walking around with that fake title of his that he made because he says that he believes that he is the champion. He believes he never lost to CM Punk. I don't know if he's delusional, whatever it may be. He's made up. He brought back that fake Brahma Bowl title, you know, with the actual bull on it. And he's trying to get the WWE Universe to believe that that is the real WWE title. Of course, all of us know the truth. God, look at that kick from Daniel Bryan. And we got the quick cover from Bryan. Only gets a one out of the Brahma Bowl and follows it up with a big clothesline. Very impressive early on. Daniel Bryan now, look at this, sending Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson into the corner. What's he going for now? Daniel with a big elbow right to the face of The Rock, and another quick pinning combination. I think Bryan realizes what mistake he made last time, and that was not pinning The Rock enough, not going for those sacred opportunities. And I think that this chance given to him by basically the WWE Champion, which is a very interesting scenario for sure. I mean, Daniel Bryan could possibly become #1 contender thanks to CM Punk. So definitely an interesting situation here, but this pick your poison scenario, I have enjoyed it tremendously. Unfortunately, we never got to see CM Punk versus Kane due to The Rock himself, but he was proud of himself, laying out both the WWE Champion and a possible #1 contender in Kane. So he was very, very proud of himself, the man that is known as the Hollywood's Champion. God, nice enziguri from Daniel Bryan there, a quick cover, but Rock's hand right underneath the bottom rope. Uh-oh, Daniel went for a kick, misses that, and eats a big DDT for his troubles. Now look at this now. Rock sliding from behind. What's he going for? Oh, God, nice back suplex from the Hollywood Champion, the one and only Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That's what he wants me to refer to him as. He said that I cannot call him just The Rock, my goodness. And as long as he can deliver maneuvers like that, I will call him whatever he wants, because I do not want to get on the bad side of him. God. Same goes for Bryan, who delivers a big dropkick. One, again, cannot even get a two out of the Hollywood Champion, who delivers another Samoan drop to Daniel Bryan. There is an obvious size difference between the two, but the skill difference is very, very similar. I mean, both men have a very very serious set of skills, and both men present a lot of challenges to one another. We saw a very close contest between these two a few weeks back, I believe on episode 15 of the Universe Mode, so make sure to go back and check that out. My godness, really? My goodness, Bryan missing that diving moonsault off the rope, but hits a big lariat to the sternum of The Rock, and now goes again for it. My goodness, he nails it this time, and he's going for the quick pinning predicament right here. He's got the 1. And Rock kicks out just before the 2 count, eats a big drop kick, and now look at this. Bryan seems to be sending... Uh-oh, maybe not. I thought he was going to go for an Irish whip there. Oh, indeed he does. Go for an Irish whip. Oh, but he gets countered and eats a big elbow right to the kidneys. And that's one spot where you do not want to get hit. I mean, that could cause serious injuries, both short-term and long-term. So that's a very serious spot. Oh, God, look at that. Bryan going after a little bit of dirty maneuvers. Of course, Bryan never claimed to be a saint. Oh, God, but he eats a big clubbing blow from The Rock. And whether he is delusional, carrying a fake Brahma Bull WWE title, he delivers a big neck breaker. The Brahma Bull, The Rock, the Hollywood champion, is very dangerous. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is a dangerous opponent for anybody. But so is Daniel Bryan, as he delivers a big knockout kick there. He gets a 1 again. He cannot get that 2, that highly coveted 2 from Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It seems like it's almost a treasure at this point. Big suplex from Daniel Bryan, and Daniel now heading to the top rope. What is he going for here? Big elbow drop from Daniel. My goodness. And look at this now. The audience. Daniel Bryan seems to be setting up for something big. The big kick right here from Daniel. And look at this. What is he going for? Picking up The Rock. Uh-oh. And here comes those yes kicks. My goodness. What delivery and what ferocity in those kicks. He's got the 1, the 2. And Rock kicks out. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, sorry. Oh, God, my goodness. That kick has been so effective for Bryan tonight. He goes for the cover again. Scores only a 1, though. Only 1 out of the Hollywood champion, The Rock. And now look at this. Bryan. What's Bryan waiting for? My goodness, Daniel Bryan dives through the ropes onto The Rock. The Rock eats a big forearm to the face from Daniel Bryan, and then he eats a big Northern Lights suplex on the outside. The referee is up to the 3 count. These guys have to not forget that this is not a no count out match, and one of them has got to remember that, because they are both putting themselves in danger here. Oh my God! The Samoan drop right in front of us. Daniel scrambling to get to his feet. The referee is at the 7 count. Daniel Bryan, though, able to slide in just barely. Rocky's hurt as well. Daniel again going for that kick. Out of nowhere, Daniel, out of desperation, going for the cover. Unable to get it. And now the Brahma Bull with a big clothesline. The Hollywood champion, the Brahma Bull, whatever you want to call him. Uh-oh, but now look at this. Now it's The Rock who's going for the submission, surprisingly. Surprisingly, it's The Rock who's going for the submission first. God. Nice counter from Daniel, though. Now what's Daniel Bryan going for? Looks to be going after the knee of The Rock. My goodness, very impressive here. Oh, look at that, though. Rocky shoves Bryan out of the way. My goodness. What is going on? Oh. I mean, what The Rock did like last week was impressive, because of course we saw The Rock get assaulted by Kane. We saw The Rock get The Rock being the #1 contender for Punk's title. It made sense, but still, I think that was a silly decision by him, because if you watch this match right now, I mean, you realize just how important that chance was to really pick your poison. I mean, allowing your opponent... Oh, God, look at these yes kicks again. But, I mean, it just shows you. Look at this. Daniel Bryan was like the perfect poison pick from CM Punk against the one and only Rocky here. And look at this now. Bryan might be going for the label lock for the first time. Will we see The Rock tap out? Will we see Rocky tap out? Will we see Rocky tap out? Maybe not. Maybe not. Look at that. Look at that, though. Look at that, though. Rocky able to make it to the ropes. Able to make it to the ropes there. And look at this now. The guillotine choke. The guillotine choke right away. Daniel Bryan picks the guillotine choke. Can he get him? Can he get The Rock? Can he get the... Oh, my God. Daniel Bryan submits The Rock. Daniel Bryan just made The Rock tap out to the guillotine choke. My goodness. Who saw that coming? ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what the Pick Your Poison match was all about. I think The Rock made a big mistake. Goodness, look at that replay with the Samoan drop. But I think that was a huge mistake on his part to interfere in the match between Punk and Kane before letting those two beat the holy hell out of each other. I mean, this match proves to you what kind of an opportunity it was for Rocky to allow Bryan to get CM Punk to get the holy hell beat out of him. Even if he wanted to interfere, I think he should have done it at the end of the match. I think that would have made more sense, in my opinion. That being said, Daniel Bryan scoring a big victory, and look at him. Daniel Bryan showing the audience. The audience seems to be interested. Daniel Bryan looks like he wants that shot. He's claiming that he's showing his hands around the waist, you know, pointing towards a championship opportunity. Will Blitzwinger agree, though? Who knows? Will Blitzwinger agree? I guess we'll have to find out, ladies and gentlemen. All together next time on Raw. Wow, that was impressive. What a match between those two. So, by the way, you guys like the simulated match on Smackdown. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Smackdowns are going to be simulated match. Raw is going to be me playing through the match. And if you guys don't like it, over time, we could change it up. We'll see how it goes. I just like to diversify. That way, everyone gets a little bit of what they want within every episode of Universe. But that was a very good episode of Universe. A lot of things maneuver. A lot of things starting to fall into place for, of course, the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, our opening contest of the night is Ted DiBiase versus Sin Cara. Ted DiBiase scores himself a quick victory over Sin Cara, hoping to position himself in the ranks for that Cruiserweight Championship that Cody Rhodes holds. Speaking of championships, Devon Dudley and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Team 3D or the Dudley Boys, whatever you want to call them, have defeated the brothers of Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso have not been on a very good tag team role. I think that they are starting to lose a lot of their focus. They have to watch out because come Money in the Bank, Primo and Epico are right on their tails. They have got one more week to build some momentum going into Money in the Bank. Otherwise, I don't see a very bright future for these two. So I am very worried for those two. We had Undertaker and Jinder Mahal go at it. Undertaker scoring himself a victory over his former tag team partner in Jinder Mahal. Yes, it sounds crazy, ladies and gentlemen, but that is what the Universe mode on SmackDown does. As I always say, SmackDown is completely made up by the computer. I do not control SmackDown in any way. On Raw, I booked the whole show. So this is the matches that we get based on that. Look at that, a Falls Count Anywhere match. Christian finally able to score himself that highly coveted victory over Cody Rhodes in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And Christian now is demanding a Cruiserweight Championship title match at Money in the Bank. But the issue is that Rhodes is now in the Money in the Bank match itself. So that leaves a lot of question marks in terms of, will Rhodes have to compete in both matches? What will Blitzwinger decide? I guess we'll find out next week on Universe mode. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Blitzwinger has made it official. All three of these guys said that they can be number one contenders. Big Show beat Orton last week. Orton beat Sheamus. Sheamus beat Orton. I mean, it's been a back and forth contest between these three. It's been very difficult to decide who should compete against Mark Henry. But Blitzwinger said that there's a very simple solution to that. Let's just put all three men in the ring and let them go at it. Unleash them, let them go loose, and I guess we'll just see what happens, right? So let's get rolling, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I should set the match experience to epic, because last time when it was normal, it was a really great match, and when I set it to epic, it was a really crappy match. So I'm going to go with normal. I think that that works better. Of course, this is going to be a simulated match, so that means that one of these guys is going to become number one contender. We don't know who. It will either be Sheamus, it will either be Big Show, or it will either be the Viper Randy Orton. All three formidable opponents for Mark Henry. So I am very intrigued to see how things unfold here tonight. Which one of these men will head into Money in the Bank as number one contender for that highly coveted World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, Mark Henry making his opinion known as to why he acted the way that he did this past Raw and this past SmackDown, assaulting multiple number of contenders. And look at this. It looks like Orton and Sheamus are getting at it right away. Big Show, of course, still has those stitches from last week's main event. Has got to watch out to not get hit early on, because that would definitely not play to his advantage. That is something he needs to keep in mind. He has not fully recovered from the stitches from being busted wide open last week. So I am definitely intrigued to see how this match goes. A triple threat contest is very difficult to predict, of course, because each man has a 33% chance of winning. But back to what I was saying about Mark. Mark, of course, said that he's done playing to the audience. He's done being this child moniker. He's done being this comedic act. All he wants to do is unleash the Hall of Pain. And he said that the best way to do it was to let the first entry be the current Intercontinental Champion, Dolph Ziggler, get a lot of attention on the live show of Monday Night Raw in what was a highly anticipated contest between Ziggler and Ryback. And then after that, of course, in the main event on Smackdown, he makes his presence known as well. We thought he wasn't even in the building. Indeed, he was. And on top of that, he assaults Randy Orton. And then after the match, he assaults the Big Show as well. So I'm sure all three of these men want to get their hands on Mark Henry. So Mark Henry better watch out. I'm sure he's watching this match very closely, trying to figure out the tactics that are going to work best against all three of these guys. Of course, Mark Henry winning his World Heavyweight Championship in a triple threat match against Sheamus and Orton, which was very surprising to many, including myself. After that, of course, having a lot of success with that title. After that, also defending it successfully against Kurt Angle in a controversial match where Kurt Angle's still out, ladies and gentlemen. We still don't have any medical updates on him. From what I understand, he's doing better, but there are some serious physical concerns with Kurt Angle right now. So who knows how that will turn out. But for now, Kurt Angle still out. And of course, Mark Henry having his first successful title defense against Kurt back at Capital Punishment about a month ago. And we got a very highly competitive match between these three so far. Sorry, I had a bit of a sip of water there. That's why there was a little bit of silence. And look at this now. Orton locking up with Sheamus. My goodness. Nice backbreaker from the Viper, Randy Orton, who's now going to... Oh, God. He's a big clubbing blow from the Big Show there. And he seems kind of ignorant to that. I mean, it's very difficult to decide who do you pinpoint. How do you pinpoint your attack? And look at that. Big Show backing away, just tricking Orton, and then delivering a couple of clubbing blows. Now Orton, though, counters with his great counter wrestling there. And a big elbow to the Giant's neck delivered there. Big Show being very smart so far. Oh, God, Orton needs a big boot from Sheamus. But Big Show being very smart. I like his strategy so far, kind of picking his shots. Being very smart about the fact that he knows that he has that scar tissue still around his eyebrow where he got busted open last week on SmackDown. So I'm very much liking his strategy in this match. I think that he might be my favorite. Oh, God. Maybe not after eating that big European uppercut from the Viper Orton. And now Orton and Sheamus doing a little bit of a Macho Man test there, seeing who is stronger. Now Orton shifting his attention again to the big man, Big Show, who counters with a big arm drag, and now the STO, the running STO from the Big Show. Big Show exiting the ring again. You see, I love the strategy from Big Show. But Orton doesn't seem to want to have anything to do with Sheamus. I think these two have got some unfinished business from last week. I think Orton and Big Show want to go at it again. Orton, of course, making his opinion known on Twitter. He said that if Mark hadn't interfered in the beginning of that match, he believes he would have won that match, and he believes that he would have been the champion. What the hell? The Big Show is heading to the top rope. My goodness, Big Show miscalculating his dive, but Sheamus delivering the DDT in front of us. What a match it has already been. These guys have got to remember that they still need to compete in a world title match. If they beat the holy hell out of each other now, are they going to have any energy left to compete against the world champion Mark Henry? But I cannot believe that we saw the Big Show come off the top rope, and on top of that, he miscalculated. You could see the Big Show, he is still in a woozy. Big Show trying to get his... Oh, he just looked at me. Sorry. I hope I didn't say anything wrong. I do not want to anger the Giant. But the Big Show, I mean, look at him. He looks kind of out of it still. He landed in a very awkward position there. He miscalculated that dive. Oh, God, look at that. Orton's head bouncing off the... Orton's skull bouncing off the steel post there. courtesy of the Great White, Sheamus. Nice takedown there by Big Show. Big Show starting to get his marbles together, but now he exits the ring again. I mean, this strategy, I love this strategy from the Big Show. Uh-oh, look at this now. The Viper has awakened. The Viper is alive. And look at this now. Viper shifting his attention a little bit to the Big Show. It seems like he's going to go for the cover. One. Only gets himself a one. Big Show did not even attempt to break down the count. I think he was confident in the fact that Sheamus was going to kick out, trying to let both Orton and Sheamus waste their energy. I love this strategy from the Big Show. I really genuinely do. I think he's playing it very smart, playing it safe, and playing it very calculated manner. And look at this now. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Orton going for that RKO, but Sheamus wasn't having any of it. Sheamus counters that. Sheamus was not going to have any of that. Sheamus was not going to have that RKO. Just when I thought Randy Orton might strike there with the RKO, Sheamus counters in a very impressive fashion. Good delivery there by Sheamus. Good counter wrestling from the Great White. Of course, has a lot of experience under his belt in Europe. A lot of interesting power counters. Not very technical counters, but he counters using his power and his strength. Sheamus does. Very impressive competitor as well. We haven't seen him in action over the past few weeks, but nonetheless, he's very dangerous. Oh my God! Sheamus can go for white noise, and he does! He delivers white noise. Sheamus delivers white noise. Oh my goodness, the Big Show misses. The Big Show misses with that sledgehammer. The Big Show misses with that sledgehammer. Oh my goodness! Sheamus gets the win. Sheamus gets the win, and Sheamus is now the #1 contender. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Nice replay of this match. There's that brutal DDT after Big Show missing that dive. Look at this. The white noise settles the match. Of course, look at Orton's neck. Orton's neck bouncing off that top turnbuckle. I mean, he might have a dislocated disc or something. I mean, it just did not look pretty. Sheamus, white noise to Orton, and Orton's neck bouncing off that top turnbuckle. And there you have it. The Great White will be heading into Money in the Bank as #1 contender. A lot of people did not expect Sheamus to win, but I think that a lot of the reasoning why Sheamus won here tonight is because he wasn't a part of that grueling match last week. I mean, you saw Orton and Big Show beat the holy living heck out of each other last week on Smackdown. Both men weren't 100%, but Sheamus, on the other hand, a very, very opportunistic man, steps in, scores himself a very impressive victory here tonight against both Orton and Big Show. Big Show desperately attempted to break the count, but as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, when it is a simulated match, sometimes it is out of my hands. That being said, I am very excited to see the Great White go one-on-one with Mark Henry at Money in the Bank for the World Heavyweight Championship. Mark Henry was definitely watching this match closely and writing down some pointers. Now, as far as the announcements, ladies and gentlemen, there are a couple of special announcements. Announcement number 1. There is still 3 spots available in the Money in the Bank match. One of the qualifiers will take place next week on Raw. You will see one of the qualifying matches, but the last 2 spots are going to be decided by you, the audience. Who do you want to see in the Money in the Bank match? It can be anybody on the roster except for the champions. It cannot be any man who is already in a match. That means you cannot pick you cannot pick the Uso Brothers, you cannot pick Primo and Epico, you cannot pick Punk, Rock, Punk, Rock, Sheamus, Henry, and of course the guys that are already in the match, which are Jericho, Cody Rhodes, and John Cena. So 2 picks you can make in the comment section below. Whichever 2 men get the most votes will be in the Money in the Bank contest. This is a very, very important decision to be made by you guys. So make sure to voice your opinion in the comment section below. Thanks a lot for watching this episode of Universe Mode, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button, subscribe, share the videos, favorite it. Oh, I'm getting an update. Regarding Dolph Ziggler and Ryback at Money in the Bank. It has been confirmed. The 2 will go to war once again in a singles contest as the opening match of the night at Money in the Bank. Fantastic. I cannot wait to see those 2 behemoths go at it again. well, I mean, Ziggler's not much of a behemoth, but very impressive lately with that super kick in hand. Ziggler can turn the show off at any moment for Ryback. Ladies and gentlemen, again, hit that like button, subscribe, share the videos, favorite the videos. Thanks for all the tremendous support that you have shown for the Universe mode. There's Sheamus celebrating with the audience. Next week, last week, our go-home show before Money in the Bank. Make sure to tune in. A lot of shenanigans will definitely take place, just as they always do. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, and see you later.